MPs right at home. Bootloader, a fast loader. This must be my game. It's the R-type of flash of ray in the night. Back in the seat, I flip the switch. It's not a killing wish, swordfish, race in the sky. Back me up is fine. My beam is soft with engines rolling. What if I'm shot in electric dreams? She's up. The mighty shmup. Reflexes like lightning. It's not what you expect. And bootloader, a fast loader. This must be my game. Whoa! She's up for me. Type of flash of ray in the night. Back in the seat, I flip the switch. It's not a killing wish, swordfish, race in the sky. Back me up is fine. My beam is soft with engines rolling. What if I'm shot in electric dreams? She's up.
Hi everybody and welcome to the stream. How is everybody today? Today we're gonna hang out and take a look at Falcon 3 from UVI. I was supposed to stream this a week ago, but something came up and I had to quit early. But today we're gonna jump in here and take a look at Falcon 3. Just the usual setups here before we can get going. Don't be afraid to write in the comments if you have any questions or if you want us to look at something specific in Falcon today. So Falcon 3 is a sampler, synthesizer, it's an effects engine, it contains a ton of stuff. And if you're familiar with the Native Instruments Contact sampler, this is something similar, but UVI's own take on how to handle a sampler, and synth, and effects, and script editor, script processing. There's so much to explore in here. Right, so I did a small little arrangement here just a few minutes before the stream. Yeah, so something that the UVI engine or the Falcon engine has been particularly good with is granular synthesis. So I guess we're gonna take a look at that first. I'm searching for a specific sound here in. So let's open up the Falcon engine. Blaze FM. I feel like if I get Falcon, I won't need any soft synths anymore. Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's actually when I've listened through a few of these patches from Falcon 3, it feels quite similar to the sounds that you find in Omnisphere. These kind of brooding, dark atmospheric sounds. But there's a large library, and I haven't gone through the whole library. But so this is one of the patches from a folder called Sequences. You see, there's a whole batch of folders for different kinds of types. Arpeggiated, basses, bells, brass, chords. And there's even a specific folder for the Expressive E Osmos keyboard, which should be fun to check out if you have the Osmos keyboard. And a specific MPE folder if you have MPE compatible MIDI controllers. I should have brought the Touché, but I have to bring it maybe for the next stream, which is an MPE controller. Right, so this is one of the patches from the Sequences folder, and you can see that the interface is quite similar to what you will find in the more recent versions of a Contact sampler. So you have 4 like macro knobs to control the sound. And without doing anything specific, just playing on the keypad, this is what we got. So this creates a kind of Euclidean rhythmic stuff, and that's because each of the keys on the keyboard will start a new kind of sequence, or each key has their own kind of rhythmic sequence, because this patch is using the rain sequencer. And you can see if I press the E on the keyboard, it starts the rhythms according to this lane. And at the same time, if we play a G, we have rhythms going on different note values. And you see that this one is the speed is set to 32, and this one is 8 notes. So this creates this kind of beating feeling, this kind of beating against each other. which I think it's a quite beautiful, like a rhythmic, a lot of variations in the rhythmic engine that you get from this just this single patch. This is just a E minor 7 with an added 9. Right, so let's see who's here today. Mike, Izzy, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Blaze FM. Russian name, or... yeah, always hard to pronounce these names. Right, so we were talking about this rain sequence, which is part of this specific preset, this sequence preset. And if we go into the sequences folder, you can see there's a shitload of presets just from the sequences. And of course we can go in here and create our own sequences. Yeah, I always forget to turn on the microphone. And we're back, hopefully. Right, so I was saying we can begin with looking at some of the patches in the factory library that comes with Falcon 3, and then we can dig deeper into the actual sound engine. Yeah, now we're good. So you can see there's a lot to discover here. Parts view, tree view, list view, editor, effects, events, mods, mapper. So there's a whole lot to discover in here, and tons of different effects and whatnot. So let's just begin by looking at some of the patches and play through a few of the different patches and hear what Falcon 3 can sound like. So the first sound here was one of the sequences. The roll bells. And then we can play a little bit with the macros here. So let's see if we can get these attached to the controller. I'll just quickly make a MIDI learn on these so I can control them with the MIDI controller. The key step 37. So apparently I have this, the first knob here attached to volume. So let's just reassign this one, MIDI and learn, and go to the second bank. And relearn these. Like so. So there we have the reverb, the space. Yeah, so the wild old device is probably some saturation. And then the mod wheel is opening some kind of filter. Right, so let's look in the ambient bank. The Abyss. And definitely some like soundscapes. June soundscapes. Some broken bell at the granddad's place. So we can hear that the mod wheel introduces a little bit of panning, tremolo panning. Real nice pad. So there's quite a subtle like changes to the sound with all these macros. It's not like a super obvious changes to the sound. It's just like subtle changes, at least these first patches that we tried. Confused. Really sweet, like soft chill sound. So if I like a sound, maybe I can favorize this. Right click, add to favorites. Right, so that's some of the sounds in the ambient folder. Let's look at some more here. Piano mantras split. This is apparently a split patch. Too chaotic. Also quite nice, interesting pad. Pieces of star. Sawdust. Shimmering. Vocal spheres. So a lot of like background sounds and sound beds in the ambient folder. Okay, so let's jump into Arpeggiated. Very interesting patch, this Arp Voyage. It's like introducing some of the notes a little here and there to create a very nice, interesting sound bed, melodic sound bed. So here I'm just soloing each of the layers within this sound to hear what kind of content it's created with. And you can hear that the first layer is like a pad sound, this layer 1, made with this analog oscillator. Then in the second layer you have the arpeggio, made also with an analog oscillator and the FM oscillator. Yeah, see you later, Mike. We just need a bass and then we're done with the track. So that's the Blue Vibe, also a very fine preset. At least I find it. You can instantly hear when a preset starts a vibe and you get some melodies going and you get inspired to write something. And then you know it's a good preset. So I highly recommend if you walk through presets in your favorite synths or in UVI Falcon in this case, that you favorize, because as you can see, it's such a large library with patches. Same thing with Omnisphere. You need to favorize your presets that you find that you like, because it's sometimes impossible to find them again when there's like 7,000 presets. Breather. concert echo. So what's in this patch? WT, wavetable oscillator, and then there's a design. Like a breath, a kind of pluck sound. And then the analog, virtual analog, I guess, oscillator. But I feel that altogether it sounds quite like an analog sound. Very sweet analog emulation. Divider ARP. Also a very fun little preset. Right, so that's the Arpeggiated category. Let's go into the basses and see what we can find there. 808 line. Some fat bass there, all right. Angry Bot. A lot of angry presets. Angry Louise. Yeah, some cool basses in here too. Let's favorize that one too. That's Oi All Right, Paris Hillpluck. A fat SH 101. Sci-fi classics. Also quite nice little bass. So a ton of ohms in the basses here. So let's jump over to the next category. We can't go through all the patches. I'm just going to walk through a few of these and then we can dive into the actual engine. So again, let me know in the comments if there's anything specific you want us to look at inside Falcon 3 here. Can keys. Ooh, nice little graphics there. Some very crisp sounds in the engine so far. Which song, anyone? And very sweet sound on that one too. A sneaky kind of like stealthy. So you're adding like a Leslie kind of effect when you pull up the mod wheel. Right, so again, I also like this one. Let's go to Dark Bell. Yeah, Pink Panther. Now we're talking. Cool little take on a bell sound. El Bastos. Yeah, so let's find another category, brass. Yeah, so there's a lot of nice patches in here. A lot to discover. Majestic Soul. So a lot of these patches seems to have the step sequencer activated by default. Probably to demo the sounds in a more hot way, maybe. But it's easy to just disable it if you want to play your own rhythms. Another sweet patch. The chords. a lot of, maybe a bit too much going on in that patch. Cheesily. The Hong Kong pad. The Hong Kong pad. I'm not too much fond of like chord stabbing sounds. So let's go ahead and look in experimental folder instead. Call me T-Jane. So if you're working in like film scoring and scoring for TV shows, it's going to be a gold mine of sounds in here. But maybe also for like a hip hop production and EDMs. It's a great EDM sound right there. And we're back in film scoring territory again. Flower synth, flower power. Sounds like something from Omnisphere laboratory. So this is the experimental folder, and you can clearly hear that from the kind of patches that we find here. It's a far out there sounds It's actually quite usable patch, that one, the Misty Morning. Very beautiful little acoustic harmonics flares that you can hear in the background. So it's the third layer in this sound, the plucks. One thing that annoys me a little bit here in Falcon 3 is that if you double click on any of these effects, you can see it reads effects before here. Even if I'm in the tab called info here, there's a few different tabs here. You have the parts tab, tree and list view. And then we have some sub-tabs, info, edit, effects, events, mods, and mappers. Now, if you double-click on any of the effects in one of the parts or one of these layers, you can see that we instantly jump to the effects page. And we can instantly control that effect, the parameters from that effect. But if we, on the other hand, double-click on an oscillator or a sound generator, in this case the pluck, it's going to still to be in the effects tab. It would have been great if the developers made it so if you click on the sound generator, it opens the edit tab, because that's where the sound generator actually resides. We can see the pluck here. But there's an arpeggiator, so it only activates these the sound generator on certain occasions here in the pattern. But we can always go in there in the tree view and look up the layer that, in this case, that creates this arpeggio, and we can deactivate the arpeggiator. And it instantly becomes a playable sound. So very beautiful little acoustic plug sound. Right, so let's look at some more patches in experimental. Let's close experimental and look in fretted. Broken guitars. Actually sounds like a very, very, very sweet guitar. So it says broken guitars, but it should read beautiful guitars, I feel. Right, so while we're at it, let's look at the sound engine a little bit behind Falcon 3. So, as we mentioned earlier here, we have the info tab, info tab, the edit tab, effects, events, mods, and mappers. And in the edit tab, that's where we find the oscillators and sound generators. And the effects is, of course, where we have all the effects. And this particular patch has a delay on this layer. There's a few different layers. We have this Euclidean guitar layer. And if you press this layer, you will see the effects for that specific layer. So there's some guitar boxes, a tape echo, a digital EQ, and a few other things. But at the root, we have the pluck generator. And then there's the script, of course. But to see the script, we need to go to the Events tab. And there we can see this Euclidean generator, or Euclidean pattern generator. Which is a fun way to compose music. With different rhythms beating against each other. So let's look at the next layer, soft harmonics. That's just a plain pluck. So all these layers also goes through the whole effect chain above here, with all these filters, delays and stuff. So if we disable these top effects, we get a very dry sound. Welcome, Mars. Good to see you. Yeah, I remember you from some previous stream, I think. Scottish, welcome aboard. How's your evening? What's happening? We're looking on some layers here in Falcon. And here's the smooth, soft guitar layer. With the arpeggiator. Cool guitar. Right, so let's add some of our own effects on this patch. Let's see what kind of effects we have there. Spark verb. So let's see if we can instead add a effect up here. And go into the reverbs and add the iReverb. iReverb. Sound design. cymbalic hi-hat. Quite a lot of creative stuff in here, it seems. "33-meter cathedral." Let's replace it with the spark reverb and some really long shimmer reverb. Shimmer 1. Okay, so there's no way to drag the effects from the tree view. We have to drag the effects and replace them, reorder them within the actual effects tab in here, it seems. Or at least I don't know how to move these because I can't drag them. So it seems it's just for like selection and global overview. A lot of reverbs at the same time. Cyber guitar. Cool sound. I wonder how this sounds with a softer attack.
Tja.
Går det bra?
Jo.
Ska du filma?
So in this sound there's a pluck and the expander filter. Again, I can't double click here to go into the oscillator or the edit tab here, which is a little bit annoying because we can't double click on these other effect parameters to jump into the effect. So if the developer is watching this stream, please add so we can double click the sound generators and go to the edit tab and actually find the oscillator. Excuse me. Also a favorite, of course. Really lovely sound. So let's add another patch of Falcon and find some bass to work with that little. Right, so when you load up Falcon, you also get to select from different like starting points. You can start with the analog poly, if that is like the starting point you want to go from when you're designing a specific type of sound, if you're into designing your own kind of patches. Or you can go for a mono sound, supra, and the FM sounds. And if you're anything like me, you want to go for the granular starting points or tape synth. So let's just, I was going to look for a bass, but let's go into the granular metallophone and see what that brings us. So if we look in the tree view, it brought us an earcam granular oscillator that generates the sound. It's this one down here. Chorus, dance slow ×4 big grains. Yeah. So where do I actually replace the sample? Here are some different modes and like predefined settings. Play selection, load preset. I guess you just drag and drop a file in here to get a different sound into the Granular engine. Yep. Weird sounds. Let's try something like that. Yeah, some creaky sounds. Augmented Orchestra. Vlad Tattoo, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm just going through a few samples here to find something interesting to throw into the Earcam Granular engine. A lot of drum sounds. It almost sounds sounds like a choir. One pole. Seems to be quite high output from the actual from the sample here. Coarse tuning, gain. Maybe reduce it a little bit. New part. Add key group. There we have it, add layer. Let's drag some sound generators in there. Hello. Karasu. Sine duo. Okay, so how do I add a oscillator here? Maybe I need to add a key group first. Yeah. It's been quite some time since I worked with UVI Falcon. So now I can hear that the granulator here is totally out of pitch. But we can easily fix that with the coarse tuning for that specific oscillator. Yes, now I think the tuning is much better. Okay, so we want some kind of sequencer on the sine wave. So we need some sequencer. Maybe we can use polyphonic sequencer, snowflakes. The Euclidean tonal sequencer. Maybe add some envelope to the granular sound too. So I think we need to add another layer with a sub bass under that, the granular sound. Another sweet thing would be to be able to name the layers too. Of course, it's easy to just select the layer here and solo and listen what the different layers do, but it helps a lot to know instantly from the name what kind of layer it is and what kind of sound it generates. So that would also be a little suggestion here, because I can't see any naming. Maybe it's possible to do some shift clicking or something, but I'm not able to name it. So that's another suggestion for the developers. Because we can already see from the icon that it's a layer. So again, let's go for a sign. Again, I need to add a key group, and then we can have the sine wave. Okay, so let's add a macro, try to add a macro to this so we can control the volume of just this specific layer. Assign to host automation, assign to macro, add new macro. Mods. And let's add a macro to the third oscillator, the sine wave too, the sub bass. To the same macro. Yeah, so it's actually quite quick to work with the Falcon engine, except that it's a lot of menus to jump between. But it's the same thing if you're creating sounds in Native Instruments Contact Sampler 2. Although it's still annoying this that I can't, if I'm in the Effects tab and I click on the oscillator, double click, I can't get to the Edit tab for the oscillator. But we can jump to the different effects here. That's super annoying because you're so used to double clicking on stuff to bring them up on screen here. So I hope they fix this in an update. Right, so is there something more you want me to look at on Falcon 3 here before we wrap up for today? Because I'm gonna close down the stream quite shortly here. But we need to save this patch. Save multi, save a program. Save program and samples. Probably that, because I dragged the custom sample or one of the Bitwig samples into the granulator. Arpas drone. Let's just, for the fun of it, just swap out the oscillator for the arpeggio. Or the Euclidean tonal generator. So that's the analog oscillator. Maybe try the pluck. So very sweet oscillator, the pluck oscillator there. Quite interesting oscillator, the black one. Let's try textures. Old toy. Let's just stack them up here in the same layer. So this is an oscillator where you can mix between two different sources. Currently there's a bell hit and a clinky toy. Let's try something else. Leaf shot. Right, don't forget to leave a like here on the video if you watch the stream. All the engagement helps to drive the channel. Right, so what should we look at next here? The bowed string. It's probably best to deactivate the script processor when you're using a bowed sound. Let's try some of the presets. Analog stack. Pad sustains. It's a sus2 chord pizzicato setup. Yeah, not much pizzicato in that one. Drum sounds. Bass. Bass triangle. A kick drum 809, not 808. Ambata. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna close down for tonight. I hope you had a nice time here exploring a few sounds and a little bit of the sound engine in Falcon 3 here. Sorry. Right, let me know in the comments or in the chat here if you want to see more of Falcon 3. And if there's something specific you want me to look at in the next session. If not, thanks for watching tonight. I had a nice time checking out some sounds here. And yeah, I think it's a quite nice engine to create sounds with. A lot of possibilities. Some small quirks that I mentioned earlier here, but all in all, I think it's a great experience, and it's a pristine sound engine. It sounds extremely nice, and the patches that's included here with the Falcon 3 are very broad, a very broad spectrum. It's like a different kind of Omnisphere. But I still feel that, from looking at a few different patches here, I still feel that Omnisphere 2 gives more like instant the vibe to, at least to me, the sounds that I go through in the preset browser. But again, I haven't looked at all the patches here, just a few of them. So, thanks for watching today. Hope to see you in the next stream. And I released a video earlier today, so I highly recommend that you check that one out. And yeah, see you in the next video or live stream. We'll see what happens next. Thanks, guys. Bye.